Okay. Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up? How you guys doing? Today is Monday. I'm back. You guys have a nice Sunday. You guys have a nice weekend. I don't know if everybody caught the Saturday stream, but we did a stream on Saturday. I said I'd be back. I cannot let you down. Can't do it. I am physically incapable of letting you down, so here I am. All right, let's see what we got. The chat's all messed up. The window's all messed up. Dude, I am here last minute. I'm here absolute last minute. I'm telling you, bros. I'm barely alive. All right, so let's see. See what the chat's up to. Will you be using this to give to teachers who will be on the school where you... What? Oh, that must be out of context. Superstream? I don't know, maybe not. School does not give you tickets. Ooh, you gotta ask about that. Like, just go early tomorrow and just keep bothering people until they give you tickets. What's up, Win Fast? Air's here. Air is in pain. That's how you know you're doing the right thing. Thanks, A-Man. Thank you, Better. You guys are awesome. There's no school tomorrow. What? Why is there no school tomorrow? What's going on? Why? Well, it's good for you. I mean, it's good that there's no school, I guess. I don't know. Oh, election day? You guys all get election day off? Yeah, the people that can't even vote get election day off. What is... Oh, so the teachers can vote. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, go get it. Go get it, guys. So that means you have a whole day tomorrow to study SHSAT. Isn't that great? Wow. God works in mysterious ways. Here you are needing more time to study, and you got a full day off so that your teachers could vote. Okay. How do I do fictions and poems good? Maybe we'll go over a poem today. Okay. But I do want to do some more math. This 2014. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Dude, my whole setup's just ganked today. Like I was watching do you guys... It's kind of like a boomer thing for me to say, but I was watching Down the Rabbit Hole. This dude, Frederic, does Down the Rabbit Hole about different topics, and he was doing EVE Online. It's like an MMO about spaceships, and he did like a 5-hour video, and I was watching that. Just really lame, but you know, I was enjoying myself, so I guess it's not that lame. Okay. You're trying to do percent and ratios. So, A-Man, maybe tomorrow, take a look at the stream yesterday. We did do some percent. Was this... Oh no, I wanted to keep scroll. Last minute SHSAT studies ain't going well. Hey, Lapey, if it's not going well, that's all perception, dude. So maybe you just need to like chill. Like, and I'm not saying that like derogative. I'm not like going down on you, but like chill as in like just relax your brain, dude. Maybe you're just overhyped in your brain, and that's why everything feels crappy. So just relax, just chill, dude. Just chill, and then things will feel better without having to do anything. Just the way you see it is like so important. Okay. Oh, well, we got some probability. Time went by faster than expected. Yeah, bro. To me, that is a feeling of anxiety and stress. Yeah, that's very true, Shadow Assassin. But you ever like watch the Olympics? Like those people are feeling anxiety and stress, but the best Olympians are just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Because like these are actually going to work against you. That's like you got to fight against that. And maybe fight is the wrong word. You just got to let it go. You got to let it go, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'll keep saying that for the next 2 days. This test does not matter. You're going to do how you're going to do. Just enjoy yourself while you're doing it, dude. It's kind of fun. You get to not have to go to school. You get this like super serious thing you get to do. Have some fun. Relax. Chill, man. It really doesn't matter. And I'll say this one last time. If you are a super genius and you fail the SHSAT, you can still do super genius things. If you're just an average dude and you fail the SHSAT, you can still do super crazy, incredible things like this. And if you're an average dude and you pass and you get into a specialized high school, you could still live a horrible life of no success. Like, I don't know if I told you guys the story already, dude. In LA, I knew this guy. He graduated from Harvard Law School and he was a loser living in a bungalow in Topanga Canyon in LA. You think, oh, and he went to a specialized high school. He went to STY. But he's a loser, dude. He was just like barely, he had no money. He had no friends. He was just like really, he was like laying on a floor all day. Like he was just so depressed. And some dude who did not go to specialized high school is living in the same city as him, driving a crazy car, having crazy friends, crazy experiences. So just keep in mind, it doesn't matter. The specialized high school does not matter. Okay. That being said, that was my rant for the day, by the way. So just try to fix your mindset, dude, because it's more about you and it's less about the test. All right. So okay. Rant over. Let's do 53. Let's go, guys. It's true, Farzana. It's true. Worthless is crazy because people hype it up so much. Yeah, I get that you want to go to the same school as your homie. That makes sense. But dude, life is going to be crazy and things are going to happen that you don't expect to happen. So this is just one of those things. You can't live and die by it, dude. It's just a test. It's just a test, bro. Okay, better is in first with E. Yeah, except for better. Better is going to be the next Elon Musk. Oh, no, Nozanin is in better. Very humble. Did I ever tell you how my friend Better is like super humble? Yeah, Nozanin is in first with E. What's up, Krukoni? Like a Slavic name. Okay, Shadow Assassins on E2. How do you solve this? Well, we're about to go over it in like 1 minute, so just chill for a second. Ariet's on E2. What test is this? What's up, Mohammed? This is the SHSAT Student Handbook from 2014. Gray, if your brain isn't doing it today, just sit back, relax, and let it wash over you, my man. And also, that is the proper way to spell Gray, so, like, kudos to you, man. All right, so a lot of people are on E. If you're working on it, let's keep working, but I kind of want to pop over and look at how this is done. Version A or B? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you because then you're going to look at the answer key, but it's version B. So we have 980 total, and here are the different ones. Did I do this correctly? Let me see, 0. That's 10, 18, 5, 7, 9, yeah. So if we're going to pick 22 and they're evenly distributed, we have to use the probabilities to see what we're likely going to pull for those 22s. So red is 480 out of 980. Another way to say that is 48 out of 98. And another way to say that is divided by 2, 24. And then that would be not 50, it'd be 49. So 24 out of 49. No, stupid. Yeah, that is actually right. 24 out of 49. Isn't all of them added 880? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Voids. Sometimes I like purposefully do math wrong to make sure you guys are paying attention, and Voids is literally the only one paying attention. So good work, Voids. Good work. Everybody else, you gotta be sharper, dude. You gotta be sharp like Voids. 880, obviously 18, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. So red is 480 over 880. Can't believe you guys didn't catch that, dude. I thought you guys were quicker than that. 48 over 88. And another way to say that is 24 over 44. I'm going to keep dividing. I'll divide by 4, make my life a little easier here. 6 over 11. So that's the probability of red. He didn't know I made. No, Shadow Assassin. I know what I'm doing, bro. I've done this forever, bro. I sometimes do it incorrectly because you guys never pay attention and you just are like, oh, he'll do the work for me. But Voids is actually paying attention. So 240 over 888. I'm going to save everybody a good idea here, or 880. I'm going to save, I'm going to cap respectively. No, you. I'm going to save everybody some time. 480 is twice 240. So this is actually just going to end at 311, and that's the green. And then 160 over 880. That is 16 over 88. Divide by 4. 4 over, that'd be 22. 22. Lovely. And that's actually going to be 2 over 11. So they actually do us a huge solid here. And they give us all of these out of 11, which is easy to make out of 22. We actually could probably just stop at this step right here. And this is going to be 6 out of 22. And this is going to be 12 out of 22. I'm going to box these in. So we know out of 22, there's going to be 4 of these, 6 of these, and 12 of these. So that's the answer. That's the answer. Which happens to be E, if I had to guess. Yep. It's 4, 6, and 12. So that was a good one just to get started here. Let's just keep cruising though. Drop a problem number. I do have a Discord server, but I just never go on it. Drop a problem number that you guys want to see, and we'll do it. Any of these? Nosinen was first out the gate for the last one, so we'll listen to the kid. That kid's crazy. All right, let's do 54. Let's go. No mess ups. Same 58 too. We might do that. 56 for Shadow. We respect our anime Abbeys on Tyler Tutor. We respect anime people on Tyler Tutor. Yeah, we do. We respect the anime people of the world. The anime people are the most oppressed class of people ever to exist, and they just want to watch anime. What year is this? 2014. Okay, guys, the letter H is banned on my channel for some reason. I cannot figure out why. It's not listed, so how do I not get distracted and actually focus while studying? I don't know, just get angry at yourself until you do. Yeah, so you guys have to hit H because we they're banned. H is banned for some reason. I have no idea why. It's not even like a secret slur. It's literally just the letter H. Yeah. So whatever. We can't post it. I don't know. I don't know how. I've tried to look at everything, but H, it's been like years and I have not been able to figure out this H thing. Okay. So A over B equals 2 and A equals 8. All right. And then what's the value of 3B plus A squared? So we're going to need to solve for B in these top two equations. I would be remiss if we didn't substitute that 8 for A equals 2. If you can't rock with this, just stay home. So 2B equals 8, B equals 4. So we know what A equals and we know what B equals. So I don't know. Nosinen, what were you thinking when you suggested this, bro? You're like way too good. All right, so the chat is right, of course. Yes, there. I was a ninth grade one. I scored mad low on my eighth grade one. Yeah, well, good luck. Well, is there imaginary numbers a part of algebra 2? Maybe. I don't know if it's officially part of algebra 2, but you should be familiar with them. Like, what is I squared? Which is on the SAT. Yeah, so just be familiar because they're not going to be like, oh, can you factor this quadratic expression with imaginary numbers? But they are going to be like, oh, what's I squared? What's I to the third? What's I to the fifth? Or the square root of -7. What's the answer of that? You know, they're going to give you something like that just to see if you're kind of hip with it. All right, cool. 82 people want to see. We're going to keep cruising because I think 56 was asked for. 58 was asked for. I know 58 was asked for, so let's do 58. I'm not going to read it. You can read it on your own. Let's go. Ooh, I can use this grid paper, though. Answers coming in. JK, JK, JJJ. What topic is this? Geometry. You're not that fast. You don't need to be fast. You just need to be right. Thank you, WinFast. Yes, this is geometry. God, how would you not know this is geometry? Well, I guess you might not know, but come on. All right, Jay. So my question to you guys is, did you do this algebraically or did you just times it by 3? Who did it algebraically and then who times 24 by 3? Times by 3, times by 3. Yep. Yeah, because P is the midpoint, that means that M and R are the M to R is the same length as PQ plus PN. So what we're dealing with is triangles that are the same. So we could do it algebraically. I could show you that, but I like to show you how the easy way to do it. Like imagine an imaginary line was driven down the side. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal triangles. So that's the best way to do this. If the shaded region is 24 centimeters, it would just be 24 times however many are not shaded. This guy, and this guy. That's it. Wind fast. I did half of the rectangle is 48. Centimeters because triangle is half of a rectangle. Then I added 24 onto 48 because of the smaller triangle. I hope that makes sense. It does. So WinFast actually has the algebra way to do it. But I'll show the algebra way to do it as well. I'll show the algebra way to do it. So we're dealing with a rectangle here. And because P is the midpoint between N, P, and Q, we know that this line here is the same as this line here. So both these two little triangles have the same base, and both these little triangles both have the same height. So we know that this triangle is equal to this triangle. So we already know that this is going to be 24 cubic centimeters. And if we go down here to this imaginary line I drew, let's call this point Z down there, and this is the midpoint between M and R. M to Z is the same length as N to P. So we have the same base and the same height. Z to R is the same length as P to Q. And R to Q and Z to P have the same height. So all these triangles have the same height and the same base. And that's how you can figure out that there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 are not colored. So you actually do not need to use 1/2 base times height. And even if you did 1/2 base times height and that equals 24, you have 2 variables. So there's no way for you to solve this. So there's that. That's a good question. Dude, these old SHSATs used to go so hard. They used to go so hard. It's like, because you can't study for this. Like, you can't study for this. There's no equation for you to do. You just gotta, like, figure it out. That's why this is so good. How do you do rote multiplication so quick, like multi-digit? But I seem to do it quicker. Yeah, because I'm, like, certified genius IQ. So, what's up, Brooksy? Who do permutation problems? You said we would do them and combinations. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, we can do a permutation problem real quick. Let me think one up here. Or a combination problem. I'm not going to tell you what. If you have SHSAT scale scores calculator or conversion chart, can I get them? I don't have that handy. Sorry, bro. All right. There are 7 people in an elevator. If an elevator can only fit 3 people, how many potential fillings of the elevator can we have? All right. Okay, a lot of people are getting 35. Some people are getting 210. So this is a great lesson. Does anybody remember the formula for permutations and combinations? Can you drop them in the chat? Better, thank you. Better is on it today, bro. That's for real. So when we are doing with a permutation, order matters. Order really matters. So this is just an elevator being filled with people. Who cares? If you are sitting next to the door, if you're standing next to the door, if you're standing by the buttons, it literally does not matter. You're all going to run up the elevator together. So it's not like winning a race. So this is going to be 7 people potentially could be first on the elevator. 6 could be the second person on the elevator, and 5 could be the third, because we already have a first, so you only have 6 people left. You only have a second, so it's only 5 people left. Now that's a permutation, but order doesn't matter. So we have to divide it by the factorial of how many people we're choosing. And factorial is just multiplying every smaller number. So this is 7 times 6 times 5 divided by 3 times 2 times 1. And that's it. This top equals 210, which is what a lot of people got. And if this was a permutation, like if this was 7 people in a race, how many different first, second, and third places could we get? Then yeah, 210 would be right. But it's like a group. If I was like to mix 3 different types of sodas together, they're all going to get mixed together. It doesn't matter which one goes in first. And just like if you, like, I don't know, put a bowl of candy together, it doesn't matter which candy goes in first. They're all going to get mixed together. So then we divide this by 6, and we're going to get 35. And that is the answer because it's a combination. When the order matters, there's going to be a lot of more choices. There's going to be a lot more potentials. But if I got an elevator with A, B, and C on it, and I got an elevator with B, A, and C on it, that's a duplicate. Doesn't matter what order they're in. Doesn't matter who gets on the elevator first. At the end of the day, they're all going to go upstairs. So that's a combination. That's a permutation. Just remember, it is a permutation, and then you divide it by factorial of how many you are using. All right, let's go back to this. But good question though. I like working on those. Make another, please. Another. Okay. Number 64. Let's get it. Why you got 7, 6, and 5? Easy gamer. I would. Someone will probably explain it to you, but you should watch my permutation and combination video. I got a whole video on it, bro. Wait, what are the chances of a question from 2014 test appearing on this year's test? I mean, could happen. They'll probably change the numbers around a little bit, but it could happen for sure. All right, so we're missing some answer choices here, but it seems like blue is on F, better is on J, so is the sweaty kid himself, and Mohammed Wani. Is there a chance I could get into Brooklyn Tech with 470? That's a little low, but maybe. I mean, it just depends on how everybody else does this year. Feeling blue is feeling regretful about the answer choice. Great. Everybody's on it. Can somebody drop a good definition for what the word median means? What are the main things you should get down? Go to my website, tylertutor.com. Yeah, the middle number. So you literally whittle. We don't even have to do math. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 17 scores. The middle of that will be 9th score, because it'll be 8 on one side, 8 on the other. That's 16. And the 9th score will be the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, this is the median score right there. That the answer is 80. Yeah, median equals middle. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aaron went to Google. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's panicking. Stop panicking. It legitimately does not matter that much. Like, if you lose one night of sleep over this, that's like one night too many, dude. Like, just relax and do your best and have fun. Like, there's like, if you get lucky, you get lucky. That's already gonna happen. And if you get unlucky, you're gonna get unlucky. That's already gonna happen. And like, there's nothing you can do to avoid that. So just go into it and have a good time. At least you can have a good time. Like, at the very least, you can have a good time. You've lost all confidence you have for this. Maybe that's the exact mindset you need to go in, dude. Like the defeated warrior who's like, all right, let's just do it one more time. Like one more go. Who cares? The 3-hour test depends the rest 8 years of your life. Why wouldn't I panic? I've been prepping for 15 months. See, well, where you're wrong is depends the rest 8 years of your life. No, dude. Like, yeah, you can go to STY, but doesn't mean you're going to go to an Ivy League school. And if you don't go to a specialized school, you can still get into Ivy. So you literally could not get into the school, and someone could get into the school, and then 5 years later, you're both sitting in the same college class. Like, that's why, like, this is like, you're too panicked, bro. You're too panicked. And capitalize your I. How do you tell if a question is permutation or combination if the order matters? Like, ask yourself, would you be upset if you had to change places with somebody? And in the elevator, not really. Averaging 600 plus, I don't think I'll get in. Well, you never know, bro. You just got to do it. All right, let's keep cruising. Oh yeah, I gotta lower this. The only reason I do SHSAT is family legacy. Okay, yeah, then go there. But if you're the first of your line to not go there, then that's also kind of cool. You guys see another question? Oh, here it is. I remember this one. This is a super difficult problem. 73, let's get it. Yeah, there you go, Aaron. He calm now. Sweaty kid, yeah. I once tutored a dude for SAT, and he was like straight dumb, dude. He was awesome guy, but he was straight dumb, and he just vibed it out, and he got a great SAT score. This is such a hard problem, dude. This is such a hard problem. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people are catching on to it. Keep working if you're not. Okay, so we know that the area for this figure, the total area, is 54. And all 6 of these shapes are the same. So the log is what I'm going to call these, area is 9. Because there's 6 of them. And now if we know one of these logs is an area of 9, let me just draw a log on its own. I'm going to draw you a lonely log. We have the length and we have the width. And we know that the area of that is 9. We move over this because now we have all the info we need. A lot of people pointed this out and they're very astute. Notice the widths. Width, 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 width. So there's 4 of these widths equal a length. So 4 of these widths equal a length. Wait, why did I get 9? Because the area of the total thing is 54, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these things, and 6 times 9 is 54. Yeah, thanks, Winfast. So if we know that 4 widths equal a length, we can replace this L. We're going to be replacing our L's with a W. Okay, let me just make sure that everything's right. Okay, great. And so there's a lot of different ways we can do this. I guess I could just fill this out. I don't want to do this because what eventually we get is length times width equals 9, 4L time or 4W times W equals 9, 4W squared equals 9, and we're kind of in a world of pain. At least I think we do, because then we take the square root of both sides. 2W equals 3. W equals 3 over 2. And so that is our, that's our width, okay? Which is a little bit painful, but I guess that's just the way you got to do it. The other way you can do this, if you know that a width is 4W, this would be 4W. This is a W. This is a W. This is 4W. And so we know 4W times 6W equals 54. And we're going to get the same thing. 4W times 6W equals 54 for the area of the whole shape. 24W squared equals 54. I mean, do you really want to go down this rabbit hole? We can. 10W equals 54. Why did I do L equals 4W? Because the length of this is 1, 2, 3, 4 of these widths. Does that make sense? Are these supposed to be the hardest? I mean, kind of. How is that the length? Well, this is the length. And how many widths stack up against one of the lengths? 4. Does that make sense? Winfast gets it? So one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to divide both these by 6. 4W squared equals 9, and we're back where the other equation was. So we don't have to go down this route. How could I know if a question is not graded? No, I treat every question like it's graded. So that's our width, 3 over 2, and so we can just count 3 over 2, because this side is 6W, so we're going to move it up. So 6W is our top, and our length, of course, is 4W. 6 times 3 over 2 equals 3, 9. 4 times 3 over 2 equals 6. It is 9 by 6. And So it'll be 9 plus 9, 18. Those are the tops and bottoms. These are the two sides. We combine these together, we get 30. That's the answer. B. We get that? Yeah, chat's got it. Great. Do you guys have questions on this one? I told you it was a hard question. And people are like, oh, is it really? I'm like, yeah, it really is. Fortnite Sweaty Kid. Yeah, I'm here to clarify it for you, bro. What's your question? This is a hard question, though. It really is. One of my favorite. I remember it from back in the day. What do I use squared? Because whenever you have a variable timed a variable, it's squared. If it's plus, you don't have to worry about that. Can you just solve it with the 6 boxes? I mean, maybe. Yeah, but if it works, it works. This is actually a great point. Literally, if it works, it works. Who cares? They don't even check your work. So just make sure it works. That's pretty good, someone, but you need to get these 5 questions right. Those 52 to 57, you need to get those questions right. Why did I divide by 6? Because I wanted these two. Because I wanted these two equations to look the same. And plus, it gives me 2 juicy squares to work with. Because if I take the square root of this, just like I did here, you get a nice answer. Or if I divide both sides by 24, it's just painful to do the square root of that. That's why. But I could divide both sides by 24. You could go down that route, like just to humor you. If I divide, so I get w squared on the left side, and then I get 54 divided by 24. If we reduce that, what we get is 20, what is it? 27, no. Yeah, would it be? It'd be 27 divided by 12. Oh, that's not right, is it? Yeah, that is divided by 2. Can I do 77 really quick? Yeah, we can do that. For what value of z is z minus 1/3 z equal 12? Yeah, this is just algebra, bro. You gotta be night and day on this. Let's go. Voids. Instead of 6w and 4w, you can add them all. Like all of them added is 20. Voids, that's correct, yeah. Yeah, you can do that. It's okay, Pikachu. Okay, so everybody's kind of on this one. The real secret behind this is to change that first one to 3z over 3 minus 1z over 3 equals 12. I didn't change the value of this. That's still 1z because 3 divided by 3 is 1. And so I get 2z over 3 equals 12. You could, technically, what we're doing is cross multiplying, but we times both sides by 3. 2z equals 36. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Yeah, 18 is the answer. So good job. Yup. Everybody's on E. Yeah, good. Very nice. Very nice. That's very nice. I think there might be like super hard problems at the back of this one. Hold up. Let me see if I can find them. Here, ignore ignore the obnoxious scrolling on your screen. Yes. Okay, I found them. Check this out. Number 3. You're going to stream tomorrow too? Yes, I am. Samuel, the first z does not become 3z. The first z becomes 3z over 3. Or 3 over 3 times z. Same thing. And 3 over 3, yeah, that the Kirby with the the Asian name has the exact explanation what I was going to say. What time tomorrow? 7. A lot of people coming in on D on this one. This is a good question. Yeah, everybody's coming on D for this one. And the thing to consider is that x is less than 1. So when you, like a half squared, 1 over 2 squared is 1 over 4. Like, you guys obviously know this because you guys all got the question right. But just for the people who are like, what are you talking about? If you have a number that is less than 1, like 1/2, and you square it, that is the exact same thing as saying 1/2 times 1/2, and you actually end up with a smaller number. So we know that when this small number x is squared, 1, it's going to be positive, because whenever you times a number by itself, it's going to be positive. Like for the example I put, if that's a -1, -1 times -1 is +1. And it's going to be small. So we know that that's why the answer is U. So actually really nice on that one, guys. All right. How about this bad boy right here? Number 5. Let's get it. Is there a chance I can stream earlier? Probably not, bro. Sorry. A, B, and C are canceled out and E is too big. Yeah, that's another way to do it. What's up, my plays? What, the Pythagorean theorem, but solving for A and not C? Yeah, you could do that. You would just have to subtract B squared, and then you've solved for A. All right, I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw with his figure. Yeah, Air put it in the chat. Okay, we got some answers coming. A tentative B from Pikachu. Nose and ends on it too. Oh, you got it, a man drop. Yeah, I had to take the time off, dude. I just did. This question is so good, by the way. But I'm glad you used it. I'm glad you were able to study, bro. Imaginer drop. Do you know when we will move to poetry? Probably right after this. Yeah, this question is crazy. How do you think people are going to do on this year's SHSAT? I think it's going to be really hard for people. I think they're going to have a tough time unless they make the test really easy. Should I do nothing tomorrow? Since it's test the day after. To answer your question, Mohammed, do whatever makes your brain feel the best. That's your answer. Okay, so let's go through this. Really great question. And what we're actually dealing with here is similar triangles. Now, these are vertical angles, so these two angles are the same. We know that this line and this line are parallel, which is nuts. Which is nuts. So I know we don't really talk about it too much anymore, but there is a concept with parallel lines when a single line intersects them, and that's what this does. And we know that this angle and this angle are the same, and this angle and this angle are the same because the parallel line cuts through in the same way. So we know that this angle and this angle are the same. And because we have one set of same angles, two sets of same angles, that means these guys are going to be the same angles as well. So redrawing these triangles so that they look kind of similar, or they look how they're supposed to be as far as comparing similar shapes. I'm going to keep the WST one the way that it is so you can just kind of see it. And then I'm going to flip and then flip this one. These are similar triangles. And so we know that they're proportionate. And so what is WT, which is this guy right here, over ST, this guy right here? Well, let's look at the smaller shape. We know that VR is 4. We know that VS is 2. And RS is 5. So WT is a similar side to VR. ST is a similar side to SR. That's your answer. And this is just, remember, a multiplied and a bigger version of the smaller triangle. So whatever the multiple is, that's going to be 4x, that's going to be 5x, that's going to be 2x. If it's twice as big, then that's going to be 8, 10, 4. If it's 3 times as big, 12, 15, 6. So that's this question. You think this question is stupid? I think this is a beautiful question and really hard. But if I gave you these two triangles like this, these two similar triangles, you could figure it out. But you have to get to that. You've never seen it before? Well, dude, prepare. You're going to see brand new things on this test. That's for sure. I studied with you a couple years ago. It's crazy looking back now that I'm in college. Good to see you around, dude. Good job, Ro. You're not a total degenerate. You did something with your life. Well done. Ro, you did it. He made it. He made it, guys. That's funny. All right, so I got the answer. Didn't look at the choices. Good job. All right, so should we look at a little poetry here? No, I want the new one. I don't want an ad. Please never stop doing these SHSAT streams because they really help a lot. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. I'm going to save you guys from scrolling. Oh, also, if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe to my channel. Will you do more live streams for 9th grade? I don't know, Sweaty. I might take a break, dude. I'm barely holding on as is. Where's our poetry, bro? I wish there was a website like iReady, but for SHSAT. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Are you looking for a free website that is not a total grift, and is made by your friend Tyler with all the information you need that is not a grift? I literally don't want your money because you don't have any. No, that wasn't a. I'm not digging at you saying you don't have money. I'm sure you could get money if you needed to. That's not a dig, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to grift off you guys. Maybe next year I'll start grifting, but not this year. What the heck? Where's our poem? Oh, crikey. I don't want to do this. We'll do the other poem. Let's see what the other poem is. Yeah, so many people. That actually gets me the most. Is like I get accused all the time of being a grifter, like on Reddit and stuff. They're like, "Oh, you're such a grifter," and like I try to post my website on like forums and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, no advertising." I'm like, dude, I'm not. I've never charged anybody for this website ever. Like, there are people out there that like charge you to see the student handbook that is actually public information, and they just like copy it, and I'm like, dude, whatever. I'm not a grifter. Can you tell I'm salty? Can you tell I'm salty? I'm not salty. You're salty. You're crazy. You're not acting right. Are you hungry? Are you tired? Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go. Here are the questions. We're gonna look at the questions in a little bit. We have to look at the poem first. Can you guys, first off, can you guys read that? Is that too small? You would tell me if that's too small, right? Don't lie to me. Is it too small? You can read? Too small? Okay. Are you good? I'm not that good at algebra and context. Let's see what you guys were saying. You have no money. It's okay. Set up a donate system. Um, I thought about it, but yeah, I don't know. It's that's not what that's not what's important to me. I'm doing this for a bigger reason than that. Because now no one can complain that there's no like actual free prep. Like we have to keep merit alive as much as we can. All right, so guys, prepare yourself for just cringe. These poems suck. Should be more polite, more family friendly, but prepare yourself for some cringe. These poems are cringe. They're meant to be cringe, so they're meant to cause you pain. But let's go through it. One thing I will say is that when you read poetry, it's super important to pay attention to the punctuation in the poetry. Have we gone over this already? I did this poem before. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do you like that, win fast. All right, close your eyes if you can't handle the scrolling. Because we're moving, we're cruising. I cannot disappoint Windfast, my strongest soldier. You did the same poetry in Dream? See, that's what I'm talking about. Well, Dream doesn't charge you, so there's that. But like some test prep programs like charge you all this money and then they just make you do student handbooks. And it just makes me so mad, dude. It makes me so mad. That's like why I'm really picky about who I tutor nowadays. It's just because I'm like, I don't want to take your money, dude. All right. Okay, some more cringe poetry. Great. We love cringe poetry. But that's all this poetry. But the thing you need to focus on is the punctuation. Like, let me read you this first stanza. There are things the world is made of, things we can see and feel, and then there are things even smaller, things that seem to exist only when we are looking right at them. See what I'm saying? That's how you got to read it. So I'm gonna let you guys read this poem, but I gotta cue up the second half of it real quick. Hold up. Sorry about this scrolling. I don't know. Is this really annoying? It annoys me when people just scroll. Okay. So that's the end of the poem. This last stanza here. All right. So I'll let you guys read this for a minute. Tell me if it is too small, the text. I'm trying to fit it the best I can, but the way that they have this vertically, that's just the way it is. So here's the poem. Can you guys read that okay? You're tutoring 2 times X better than Dream? Yeah, I know, bro. Too broke for a tutor. That's why I do this, Teriyaki. Yeah, I would go. If you get Dream, do it because it's a good opportunity. But you should, if you go to Dream, tell them to hire me. All right, can you guys read this? Can we do this poem, or is this text too small and I got to figure something else out? If the text is too small, I can probably figure something else out. Like if I did that. You guys even want to do this poem right now? Because if you don't want to do this poem, we don't have to. Okay, it's good. Ma Plays can read it. Hopefully, you're not like on the tiniest screen. Do poem. Do a poem. It gets pixelized. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to help you out. How's that? That's better, right? Okay. That's as best as we can get it, guys. So let's. Actually, no, we can get it even better. Now you guys just want to do this poem, but we're going to get it even better for you guys. There we go. Okay. All right, we're finally ready to do this poem. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to read it. Let's go. Okay, Sweaty, the whole thing's there, bro. Look at the numbering. The whole thing's there, I promise. All right, so just like 30 more seconds, then we'll go into these beautiful, wonderful questions. Windfest is very sassy. Okay, so yes, exactly, Jeremiah. Okay, all right. So I'm not gonna read it to you guys because I'm not gonna patronize you in that way. Oh, okay. Now listen to me. Read this poem. You guys know how to read. Why am I reading to you something you already know how to read? Okay. So I should probably move the chat really quick. Sorry guys, you're getting moved out. Okay, so here's our question. Still, I love the scroll feature. That's so great. So number 18, read lines 5 through 8 in the poem. So beneath the level of molecules are atoms, and beneath the level of atoms, we find protons, electrons, neutrons. And beneath that, what exactly? The lines help develop a central idea of the poem by revealing the speakers. What's the answer? F. F, F, F. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. H, they don't talk about tools. G, they don't want to prove anything. They're questioning something. F, curiosity. Yep. Interest in determining how the parts of matter work together. I don't think they're trying to determine how they work together. I think they're trying to determine what is in there. 19. The break between the second stanza and the third stanza serves as a transition for second stanza. What's everything made of? And then the third stanza is this. Here. So what do those two stanzas have difference in them? What's the answer? 19. B, A, B. C, A, C. Okay, so no one put D, describing an environment that feels comfortable, to characterizing an environment that seems unstable. No. They're just talking about this atoms being in coffee and yeah, being in fingernails, and all these little things. And then this is saying everything is made up of it. How do we find it? We can listen for it. We can build these tunnels and race atoms, and we can bang it out. So they're saying everything is made of it, and they're saying, how do we figure it out? So, A, identifying common physical objects to explaining how the particles that make up all the physical things are observed. That's a pretty good answer. Because here's our common items, and here is how we observe them. We can listen to them from deep space. We can build tunnels. Let's look at B. suggesting that the visible world is made up of simple materials to revealing why invisible materials make the world complicated. That is actually almost like this stanza. It's like, oh yeah, you know your coffee? That's actually crazy molecules. Do you know, there are levels of atoms. Oh, you know the back of your mouth candy? That's actually crazy atoms. Um, this doesn't explain why those simple items are complicated. It explains how we find them. So the answer is A. The answer is A for this one. All right, let's keep cruising. 20. The main purpose of the comparisons in 23 through 24 is to show, and then here's our 23 and 24. The main purpose of this comparison is what? I feel like wind fast with two T's makes your name seem faster. Like it's just like one of the T's got like duplicated because you were moving so fast. Yeah, dude, like three T's. It's like wind fast is moving so fast. Okay, we got some answers coming in. Where do you find these test PDFs? Google search SHSAT student handbook and then just put a year. I put 2022 for this one, but you can search any year. FFEF. I finally made it. What's up, Winter Blossom? You've made it. FFFFF. We're taking Fs. E, it's so obvious. Whoa. Okay, so the main purpose of the comparison, E, that the particle size makes them difficult to see. I know that they're very tiny cars, but I don't know if it's suggesting that you can't see them, because very tiny cars you can still see. If it says like very tiny, like flickers of light or very tiny, like or like a piece of dust under a couch, that suggests more that you can't see it. This is a tiny car. I don't know. I don't know if that suggests difficult to see. F, how the particles move within the tunnel. Yep, that sounds right. That the particles have a familiar shape. I don't think they're saying the particles are shaped like cars. How the particles can only be seen in darkness. Nope, because you can see cars in darkness or in light. So yeah, F is right. Really nice. All right. Read lines 25 through, they really love this one. Read lines 25 through 26 from the poem until everything we think we know bangs against everything else we know. These lines help to develop a central idea in the poem by suggesting that. What's the answer? Dude, everybody's dogging him because he said E. That's funny. This one's easy. I did this. Okay. So what's the answer? B? We got one B on the table. We got two. Shadow Assassin. Someone. Sit this one out. That's all right, man. Sometimes you just gotta sit it out and cry a little bit. Either B or C. Which one? Okay, so let's go over the answer to this one. A lot of people were saying different answers, so I think it deserves to have an explanation. What is the central idea of the poem? Like, do we know what the central idea of the poem is? And the central idea is that we are just trying to figure this out, bro. That is pretty much the central idea. They talk about, let me move this out of the way. Oh, where'd my one go? They talk about, dude, too many screens open. My OBS cannot handle. They talk about how like they're scientists naming things after garage in the darkness. They're just trying to jot things down. Um, the little explosions and quarks and their dinosaur names. We're just trying to figure this out. And we're listening to deep space, all of this stuff. We're just trying to figure it out. So that's kind of the central theme. So creative methods for researching particles are frankly being invented. That's a great answer for the stanza. It's not necessarily the central idea of the poem. Great answer for the stanza. But there's a lot of other things going on in the poem. C, our understanding of particles is limited by the equipment. This has nothing to do with the equipment. The competing theories about particles provoke scientific debate. We're not literally, there's nothing in this article that has to do with debating. So B, ongoing research continues to add to our knowledge of particles. That's the answer. Yeah. Okay, I think we just have a couple more. Oh my God, we gotta hurry through these, bro. I'm like losing steam. There's so many questions. Why? Read lines 27 to 28 from the poem, and there, in the explosion, in the darkness, briefly incandescent, they appear. What are we revealing? That the speaker... Get a lot of G's. Yeah, admires the powerful reactions that occur when particles collide. Yeah, I think that's nice. It is very nice. It is powerful. Explosion, that's power. Briefly incandescent, that's nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think they personally do it, or I don't think there's envy there either. So, yeah, you're good to go. Okay, cool. Let's keep it cruising. We're gonna read some more lines from the poem. Their names sound like dinosaurs or maybe bands playing terrible music in someone's garage. Familiar objects and events in the lines, most likely to. D, we got B. D, a lot of people saying D, suggests that scientific language used to describe particles seems silly by making humorous comparisons. Yeah, that is what they're doing. That's literally what they're doing. Yeah, it's just like they're trying to make a joke here. And so that's what they're doing. They're trying to be silly. A isn't incorrect. They're not trying to use simple terms for you to understand it. They're making a comparison that the names sound like dinosaurs or garage bands. That's more of like a metaphor. Demonstrate how scientific ideas can be explained They're not explaining the ideas, they're explaining what the names sound like. Emphasizing that the process being used to research particles still in the early stages. Nah, that's like a dinosaur thing maybe, but that's not the problem. All right, let's keep cruising. 24. Read the following lines, both together and apart. What keeps together the pencil in your hand right now, as well as separate from, say, Jupiter? The poet includes his lines most likely to emphasize that. FFF. The particles have a powerful effect on everything. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, really good. And everybody's on F, so I think that was pretty obvious. We don't need to go over it. Just 20 more questions. The last stanza, line 33 through 34. The last lines, 39 through 44. So that's this right here. Let's make this bigger so we can actually read it. Okay. Oh, they give it to us. Why am I even... Dude, I'm like flipping out for no reason. All right, so those lines from the poem... Oh no, so they give it to us down below, but we do need it, so I'm going to pull it over. All right, 33 through the end. Concludes the poem by emphasizing... I need to get this in control here. By emphasizing which central idea? What's the answer for 25? All right, we're getting C coming in. C or A. So let's look at A. The exciting work that physics conduct provides information about fundamental aspects of the universe. That's true, but is that the central idea of the poem? Kind of, yeah. But does that last part of the stanza give us that? The vast garage where physicists jot down whatever they seem most real. It's very kind of like poetic, if I can say that. Let's look at C. Physicists are learning about the unpredictable behavior of particles that break up matter in the universe. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm leaning towards C, only because at the end of 43, it says, whatever seems most real, that they let us perceive their wild dancing, combusting to the music they make. That is very unpredictable. Combusting, wild dancing. Yeah, that's very the first stanza is a good answer for A, But with that first and second stanza, I must go with C. So that's the answer for that. So just keep in mind when you're answering questions about specific parts of the poem, if they're asking for a central idea, it's got to be relevant through the whole poem. And if they're asking for what a particular stanza does, you just got to stay within the stanza or the two stanzas or the lines that they're talking about. Try to laser your focus as much as possible because this last stanza is kind of craziness. And so we need to represent that craziness somewhere in our answer. And so that's why the answer to this is C, even though A is a pretty good answer. All right, last question, and then I need to take my dog for a walk. You hear that? You do. Okay, last one. Read lines 39 through 44. They spin, and it is only down there in the darkness, in the vast garage where physicists jot down whatever they can, whatever seems most real, that they let us perceive their wild dancing, combusting to the music they make. We are revealing the speaker's what? F. A lot of people are thinking F on this one. Okay, so this one is actually, I don't think it's G because the excerpt shows a lot of emotion. You want to include that in the answer choices, but G isn't like a specific emotion. Okay, so let's go over this question and let's talk about some of the answer choices here. Let's go with E. Frustration about the facilities. No, that's not even close. So E, no. H. Certainty that the physicists are working as secrecy. Are they really certain that the physicists are being secretive? I don't think so, because they're jotting things down and they let us perceive their wild dancing. Okay. So there's perception and there's jotting down. That's not secrecy. So between F and G. Belief that the physicists are frantically working towards a new discovery. Okay. Frantically working. I don't know about frantically working towards a new discovery. I don't know if it's really about discovery. Let's see this other one. Interest. There is interest in physicists and their study of particles. That is the right answer. Unfortunately, that is the right answer. This answer choice is too specific because there is nothing in here that suggests that there's going to be a new discovery. We are just perceiving their wild dancing. We jot down whatever we can seem the most real. Are they frantically working? I guess they're jotting things down, but I don't know if that's necessarily frantic. That could be frantic, but more so, this answer is the most relevant to the entire thing. This does reveal that the speaker has an interest in physicists and their study. The speaker is interested in the physicist and what they're studying. So that's the answer. G. You gaslit too hard if you did. Sometimes when you're not sure if you've gaslit hard enough, you got to gaslit even harder. All right. God, that was painful. These poetry passages are painful. This is why we don't do them on the stream. I lose all my motivation like right away. Okay. If you haven't already, please like the video. Unless you don't like the content, then don't like the video. Nobody's holding a gunpoint to you. But I will be back tomorrow for one last study session. So if there's something that you want to work on, comment it under the video, under this video, and we will work on it tomorrow, okay? But the main thing, I'm gonna turn the music off of this. The main thing is to relax. This test is not worth getting hyped up over. You just gotta do it. Just literally go in and do it. That's all you have to do. If you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't, you don't. Who cares? It's already baked into the pie. And if you put too much pressure on yourself to do a certain way, you're gonna screw it up. Whereas if you're just doing your thing, you're just being yourself, doing your thing, you'll be fine. Okay, this test does not define you. So we'll talk about that more in length tomorrow, but I do have to go walk my dag. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. So bring your questions. We might do a little bit of a longer stream tomorrow. I don't know if I will, because now we'll be giving an unfair advantage to people who took it later. I don't want to give unfair advantage. Why does the stream end whenever you join? I saw you come into the chat and I was like, I gotta get out of here. But I do have to get out of here. That is for real. So I will see you guys tomorrow.